expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off of steel. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboards, Simone to the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bill in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
That's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. What's really, really good? DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at InDaStreetzSportz or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live recordings, please catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the InDaStreetzSportz channel, like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you will see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Make sure you do the same. And let's get it started. Okay, so it was a great weekend for Cleveland. And probably Ohio, right? Well, not all of Ohio. I mean, because Cincinnati is still in Ohio. So technically it wasn't a good weekend for them. But for us Clevelanders, we had a phenomenal weekend. The Cavs won on Friday. The Cavs won on Saturday. The Buckeyes won on Saturday. Then the Browns won on Sunday. And then the Cavs won on Monday. I mean, you know, it's winner's weekend for us. You feel me? It's winner's weekend. Now we on Take It All In Tuesdays. You feel me? And we're going to see where we at with it. Let's start with the Cavs, right? Cavaliers coming to the year with their core four. They running back with the same team minus, you know, maybe a couple players. Added a rookie. Brought some guys up from the G League last year and put them on two-way contracts. Brought in a new guy, JT Thor. But people on the fence, right? You know, this team has a good defense, and we don't know if this could work together or this could work together. And, you know, when I feel like when people say they don't know if certain parts of the Cavs team could work together, they're just hating. They take it as hating. No team, like let me not say no team. Every team wants to have as much star talent as possible. Every team, in every sport. So I don't know all of a sudden how, when you get to the Cavs, it's a bad thing for him more than the minimum required for stars. You know, 2 is enough. No. If we have 6 all-stars on this team, we should have 6 all-stars on this team. If we can have 9 all-stars on this team, we should have 9 all-stars on the team. Everybody play their role. It's about winning. It's not about stats, right? But the Cavs are winning this year. They come into the last night's game into the Knicks, 4th in the power rankings. Now people say, hey, the Cavs ain't really played nobody. They ain't been battle tested. You know, J.O., what's good? The J.O. show, what's good with you, baby? How you feeling? Link will be in the chats in a second. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to come up, chop it up, feel free to hit the link. Come on up. We'll get into it. I'm definitely reading the comments as y'all put them in, so I will definitely give you a feedback for sure. So the Cavs come in 4th in the power rankings, and people's question if they were tested or not, right? Oh, they played Toronto. And oh, they played the Wizards. Oh, they played Detroit. The Cavs haven't played anybody. Okay, but when you want to judge if a team is better or what their progression is, it's in the play style. It's on how they move and operate on the court as a cohesive unit that lets you know, hey, this team may or may not got it, right? Um, Shout out to JB Bickerstaff. I was at the home opener on Friday. We showed JB much love. We appreciate all he did for this team, right? But we needed more. We needed offense because we have a lot of players who can score. So we got a defensive foundation. We need offense. Kenny Atkinson here is to get us over the hump. Allow us to use our stars to their full potential on the offensive end. Right? Matt Struz's down for 6 weeks. And the question is, who's going to start? Dean Wade started the last couple games, and people say, hey, he's great starting. We should keep him there. So last night's game was the test, right? Quote, unquote. Now they playing a Knicks team who got blew out by Boston in the opener. I know because I watched the game. Got blew out. Jason Tatum went bananas. Okay? Bro, I'm good, bro. I see you, man. Cavs are looking real good right now, says the JL show. No, they really are looking real good. We about to get into that, though. I'm about to, I got to have the dramatic effect, right? So the Knicks blow out a team. They get blew out, and they blow out a team. And now, for some reason, they're supposed to have the Cavs number, right? The Cavs never play well when they play the Knicks, okay? So they come in last night, and at first, in the first quarter, it was lightweight dogfight because nobody could hit a jump shot. Nobody. That's a lie. The only person who could hit in the first quarter, only two people, were Darius Garland and Mikal Bridges. It was the only two people who could consistently hit in the first half, right? First quarter for sure. The Cavs in that quarter, they up like 4, right? It's like 22-18 or some shit. The Knicks weren't playing that in the second quarter, though. The Knicks came out in the second quarter and flat out dominated the second quarter, okay? And it started to feel like a little bit like, damn, these Cavs ain't going, just a little bit. It wasn't the big, oh, man, here we go again. It was kind of like, damn, y'all still. But they was playing good defense. They were taking smart shots. They just weren't falling, right? They go into halftime, and I want to say the Knicks was up by like 2, like 59-57 or something like that, 59-55 or something like that, right? So it looked like the Knicks gonna do their thing. Josh Hart looked like the best rebounder in the league. Okay, no way he should have had 10 rebounds at halftime. He had a double-double at half. That bothered me. Towards the end of the second quarter, Jalen Brunson looked like he wanted to try to heat up, right? And then Cat came in and he did a couple things, got some rebounds, got a little block, started. So they started to feel like they were going to do something, all right? Then my stream and what I was watching, I guess it was blackout restrictions, I don't know. It blew my mind, right? Third quarter comes. I get to see maybe like the first 2 minutes of the third, right? It gets to acting up. I say, all right, man, you know what? Every time I try to watch the games, it's always something. I have to go through something. Why? So I don't know what happened between the 10-minute mark of the third quarter and the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Because for some reason I couldn't see. But I seen the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And Darius Garland went bananas. Oh, did he go bananas? Oh, he went bananas. Hey, listen. People been talking crazy about Darius all season. Oh, we should trade him. Woody why? It was a few names that got threw out that I could see like, okay, if we trade Darius for him, all right, that might be worth it, dependent. But I've always stated that this core four should stay together, and I've said that the core four should start a core, right? But before I get to drifting, let's end the game. Garland's hitting good shot three after good shot three, great passes. You know what I'm saying? Donovan doing his thing. He started to heat up more in the third and going into the fourth. Evan Mobley finally got his life right in the second half. And the Cavs win 110-104 to go 4-0 in the season. They get a legit statement win to begin the season. They let people know that this is a new team right now. A new evolved team, right? And the Knicks fall to 1-2, right? And they lose at home. So it's two things. You beat the Knicks. You beat them convincingly. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it's no nail biter or nothing. You beat them convincingly. Because it was virtually hack a player at the end of the game, right? Last minute of the game. But you beat them on the road. And that goes a long way. People ain't going to be talking crazy now. Darius Garland got all type of slander in the offseason. Oh, he little. Oh, he ain't playing like that. Oh, he ain't worth the $46 million. You know, I hate when people bring up player contracts because I don't like pocket watching. It irks my nerves to talk sports when the person I'm talking sports with keep talking about what this person makes. What if I start talking about what you make while we having this sports debate? You would feel I was out of pocket, right? Oh, but their contracts are not a part of sports. Their contracts is the symbol to let you know that they're doing a job. Because we see it as a hobby, and it's a pastime for us. It is a job for them. And don't nobody want to have to deal with people on your job or people spectators of your job always asking about what you can and can't do. Okay? Or how much you do and don't make and all that. Like, it ain't none of your business what nobody makes. It's not your job to know. It's your job to see if they perform well. Right? Can you do this? Can you do that? Are you the player you say you are? I want to say something about these Cavs that I haven't been able to really put out. Excuse me, y'all. I appreciate that. My apologies. Because it's early and I needed this food. This core four has a role, right? Even though each player is an all-star, each player could be an all-star in their role, right? It benefits the Cavs long term for them to figure this out. And like I say, Jarrett Allen, his job is to be the best rebounder in the league and be the best rim protector in the league. Be the best pick setter in the league. He should be going up for Defensive Player of the Year awards. I know what Mobley is. But Jarrett Allen should take it personal. Not that he should be mad at Mobley, but he should take it personal. Nigga, I'm the 8-year vet of the big man out here. In my 9th season. I should be the guy to hose it down in this paint. That should be his goal. Evan Mobley should be evolving his whole game. And he should be contending for an MVP slot. Lead the league in blocks. Maybe. Or at least contend with it with Allen. Right? Mobley is a unicorn. He can do it all. We need to allow his game to mature and grow so we can get comfortable and become this AD/KG/KD, KG, KD slash AD slash Giannis player, whatever you're going to turn into. We need that. We want to see that. Donovan Mitchell should be the leader scorer. He should. But Donovan Mitchell should also be second, if not first, in assists. He draws so much attention that he should be able to utilize that to get every other player around him in good positions to take good shots. He has to know and learn this year when and when not to take over the game. He has to know. If he doesn't, it's going to be a hindrance to the team. Darius Garland should lead the league in 3-point makes and assists. All right? This is their roles. Darius stretches the floor, gets people involved. Donovan draws the attention. He gets the flash. Evan Mobley is the force to be reckoned with that you have no answer for. And Jared Allen cleans up and does all the dirty work. Now, when it comes to the starting lineup, Max Strus out for 6 weeks. Well, I guess 5 weeks now, maybe 6 more. Everybody's just so in love with Dean Wade starting. And I have no issue with Dean Wade. But long term, I don't think that works. It's still early. I'm still waking up. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. I don't think this works, right? Because the problem with the Cavs is the utilization of the personnel. If you start Dean Wade, then you virtually have no reliable big coming off your bench. Dean Wade is 6'9", 6'10". You literally have no reliable big coming off your bench, right? You start him, then your bigs off the bench are Tristan Thompson, maybe Pete Nance if you actually play him, George Niang, Luke Travers, maybe if he earns some time. It's not helping you. They should start Okoro. They should start Okoro, right? And Okoro shouldn't be required to take a 3-point shot until he's actually hit 2 or 3 buckets from close range or mid range. Before you hit your first 4 buckets from layup, dunk, 2-point shot, you can't take no threes. If you get a wide open 3, I'm gonna need you to take that dribble, step up 1, and knock down that 2. Between that, keep playing defense, up your rebounding capability, pass off the dribble, and grow your game like that, right? Because then this is allow the Cavs to really use the versatility of their bench to the max extent. By starting Okoro with Garland, Mitchell, Allen, and Mobley, now you can come off the bench as your core 3 with LeVert, Strus, and Dean Wade. So you know what? That's the first thing. That's the eye opener. Is each one of these guys is a stretch the floor and play defense type of player, right? Each one of these guys can hit from range, hit from 2. They have a jump shot. But also, these guys also play good defense. They play nice defense or enough defense to be considered a suitable defender, right? Above average defender. So that's off your bench. That's your bench 3. Now, you can do all type of stuff, right? If you want to do 5 in, 5 out, you want to bring everybody out, you sub those 3 in, you can play them at the 2, 3, and 4, right? You can bring in Todd Jerome and George Niang, if that's what you want to do. You could bring in Craig Porter or you could bring in Tristan Thompson because of the lineup you got. You could bring in Jalen Tyson and Pete Nance, and nobody loses their edge. Everybody plays, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and so that's what I believe. I feel like Kenny Atkinson found a good thing with his closing lineup. Garland, Mitchell, LeVert, Allen, and Mobley is a great closing lineup. I just don't want LeVert to start because he's most effective coming off the bench, in my opinion. He has more of a green light coming off the bench. He can play more of his game. Him and Strus playing side by side is a positive because Strus is aggressive. Strus he like to make an impact. Dean Wade's starting to come into his own. So in my mind, that's the move. All right. Now most people they ain't high on the Coro. People hate, whatever the case. They don't think I know what I'm talking about. But long term for this Cavs team to be successful, to be able to get the max and most and develop the way that they looking to develop, they should start a Coro at the 3 and make Strus, LeVert, and Wade the core 3 off the bench. That is my throw out there. That's my suggestion. My bad. That's my suggestion. All right. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live records, you can catch replays on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel, like, subscribe, share. Once you get in there, you see Game Changer Sports Talk with DeeTrynt. You do the same. Winning weekend in Cleveland. Winners weekend, okay? Let's talk about these Browns, okay? These Browns coming to Sunday, they're 1-6. They're playing the Ravens, who've won 5 straight. And majority of people assume the Browns are going to get railroaded, right? They're going to go against this Ravens team. They got Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson has been playing out of his mind all year. The Browns haven't found a way to be consistent at all. They're going to get whooped. Okay? Most people parlays had the Browns get whooped. Okay? And I'm getting whooped. I said Jameis would throw for at least 250. I said it. He's going to throw for at least 250. I thought Nick Chubb would score. I had a feeling David Njoku was going to score. But Cedric Tillman was the breakout. Okay? Elijah Moore got utilized. Jerry Jeudy was a threat.
Hey, I told you about Till. That's all I'm going to say, man.
He said, I told you about Till.
That's all they got to do, man. They kept on throwing my dog in there. You know what I'm saying? Just out the blue, and then people complaining like, man, let him get settled. Let him eat and watch him show you. And now he's showing. Same thing with DPR, man. Like, Cleveland just throw people away so fast. Like, man, chill. I'm going to let you finish, brother.
No, it's cool. Talk your shit.
Mm-mm.
Talk your shit.
Mm-mm.
That's funny, man. So, let's go over some stats, right? Because I didn't get to see the game because I'm working, right? As you can see, I'll be working. So I don't get a chance to actually watch the game per se as the game's going on. I don't really get to see the game until I get home and I get to actually sit down and watch it. I'll watch the full version, and then I'll watch the condensed game. To give me a couple of different views of what happened. Okay? Let me show you what Jameis did. No, let's talk about what Lamar didn't do. Okay? Lamar Jackson was 23 for 38, 289 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 sacks for 26 yards. Derrick Henry had 11 carries for 73 yards and a touchdown. Lamar had 8 carries for 46 yards. Zay Flowers had 7 catches for 115 yards. Isaiah Lockley had 4 catches for 47 yards. Nelson Aguilar had 3 catches for 36 yards. Mark Andrews had 5 catches for 36 yards. Nelson Andrews had a touchdown reception. Rashad Bateman had a catch for 28 yards. Justice Hill had a catch for 14 yards. So Lamar was spreading the ball around. All right? Yeah, man. Going over 300 yards passing all year. And against these Browns, he just didn't do it. But let's talk about what was new about the Browns this week. A whole plethora of things. The Browns have a new play caller. All right? And he goes by the name of Ken Dorsey. The Browns had a new quarterback. He goes by the name of Jameis Winston. That was interesting. Ken Dorsey was a college quarterback. And he was a college quarterback for like Edgerrin James and Andre Johnson and Santana Moss and like Kellen Winslow and Clinton Portis. Like Ken Dorsey played with stars. Make no mistake about it. I don't think he was the greatest quarterback, but he was smart. Jameis Winston is a number 1 overall pick who has led the league in passing before. Something else was new about the Browns. The offensive line. Jack Conklin started at right tackle. Wyatt Teller started at right guard. Ethan Poches was back. Joe Bitonio started at left guard. And DeJuan Jones started at left tackle, which means Jed Wills was on the bench. Now, one could say or ask, why has DeJuan not been playing left tackle all this time?
Before you get to that,
Go ahead.
I had to get on Shannon and them about that, man. I had to get on Shannon. I don't know if you've seen the last episode, but they was talking about the Browns but they he was basically just blaming everything on Watson like nothing changed. Chad trying to ask him like, did they make any changes? And you Sharp just going off. I end up pulling it up. Go ahead.
Yeah, pull that up. Shannon, Mr. Sharp, as a guy who watched your career, who watched you, right? And Shannon, I fuck with you, but you play the fence too much. And sometimes you just be talking out the side of your neck. There are times, Shannon, where you make extremely valid points and you articulate it in a way.
That's exactly what it was. Outside of the mouth, he wasn't trying to listen because Chad trying to, get into some details. Like, so did the offense make any changes? And to people that don't know what's going on, they think, no changes was made. I'm like, hold on, player. Hold on. That's it. Talking about the South.
Yeah, no, for real. They already so yeah, make sure you find that clip, pull that up. Hold on. I gotta switch. Go ahead, get to the practice. Get in on this practice. I'm streaming my podcast. Day in the cooler. So as I just alluded to, there were multiple things different. Okay. Amari Cooper's gone. Cedric Tillman is playing the number 1 receiver. Right? He's in the number 1 slot. Jerry Jeudy is in the number 2 slot. What's my guy name? Elijah Moore. He's the slot guy. But hey man, pull this from me. That bitch acting stupid. But David Njoku is the number 1 receiver option. Make no mistake about it. He's the number 1 receiver option. And he played like it. Okay? Something that should have been going on. It's some forks in here. Something that should have been going on. So let's get into what the Browns did. Okay, you start off the game up until halftime. Oh, here we go. Let this play. Let's get into this. Let's talk about it. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's get into that. Yeah, let's listen to this and let's see what Shannon said, and I'm gonna give some feedback. All right.
Upset the Ravens 29-24 with Jameis Winston starting his first game, filling in for an injured Deshaun Watson. The Browns offense looked completely different. The Browns scored 29 points. It's the first time they've reached 20 points this season. And the offense had a rhythm. It had a flow to it that hasn't been present. He led a game-winning drive in his first start since 2022. In the Browns' toughest matchup to date, they delivered, limiting Lamar Jackson to 23 of 38 passing and repeatedly slamming the door on third down.
I have a question.
At some point in time, we got to stop. What? We saw Joe Flacco in the same offense. We see Jameis Winston in the same offense. At some point in time, Ocho, they don't blame Stefanski, talking about he calling this. This is what we know. This is for facts.
Yeah.
This offense looks better with Joe Flacco and Jameis Winston than it ever has with Deshaun Watson. Period, point blank.
Exactly. Now, I would get ready to ask you, listen, I'm watching the game myself. And for the life of me, I can't figure out. These are the same plays, same receivers. Back, same defense when Joe Flacco came in. Obviously, some of the players might have. But today, the offense looked completely different. Jameis had a 300-yard game.
334 in his first
334 in the first game. How the hell? So I'm trying to think. Is Stefanski calling different plays because there's a different quarterback? Did the playbook change? I'm confused.
At some point in time, Ocho, we got to call it. It is what it is. We've seen the common denominator. The offense doesn't look good with one. The offense looked exponentially better with two. What is the common denominator? There are three quarterbacks that play in this offense. Two of them, the offense has a rhythm. It flows. They throw for 300 yards. The other, it doesn't look good, and he doesn't throw for 300 yards.
That ain't weird to you?
All right, go ahead and stop this, bro.
Because I see what it is.
I'm over it.
You see it too, and it's okay. That doesn't mean I don't listen.
Both of them that pissed me off.
Deshaun is a football player. I really don't know the man off the field. And so I know.
Well, you should wash your hands, sit down, and get you some food there.
I'm talking about the football players. But just that's what
they're going to pay you for it regardless, so they like it matter.
First of all, I'm not here to re-talk about his case, and you're not qualified either.
Man. Hey, can you please shut him up?
Y'all think
can you please shut him up? Can you please shut him up? Can you please shut him?
I can tell.
Hold on.
Because he about to piss me the fuck off.
Hold on.
You give him 11 carries?
But you know what? Deshaun Watson that was in Houston. The Deshaun Watson that didn't have.
Damn.
That studied the game. That's it.
Go ahead. That was half, but that wasn't even the part.
Go ahead. While you finding that part, I want to give some feedback on what I just heard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ocho ad,
but still was a top.
He had a year. I think he had 2 years. He had 1 year or 2 years with Hop.
No, Hop was gone already, huh? Hop was gone. He had a hell of a season when Hop.
Yeah.
I'm like, but damn. So I'm thinking that's the Deshaun.
Ocho, is that what really great athletes can do is compartmentalize
and be able to.
Damn. I'll find it on my phone real quick and see it exactly.
Man, I was just about to say, like, you could at least muted it so I could have talked while you was doing that. You know what I'm saying? I got you. No, you good. Okay. I don't like nothing Shannon just said out of his mouth. Let's be very clear about this. I don't give a fuck how much of a Hall of Famer he is. Sometimes trying to shut the fuck up. You and Ocho, shut the fuck up. All right? The question was, what was different about the offense? Nothing. Stop fucking lying. The play caller was different. Let's start there. The nigga who usually called the plays wasn't the motherfucker calling the plays. That's not a difference on offense. There's a new quarterback. That's not a difference. There's a new left tackle. That's not a difference. There's a new number one receiver. That's 5 fucking differences right there. What are we talking about? The entire line is healthy. That's not a difference. I hate when y'all say shit just to be running y'all fucking mouths. And they actually pay y'all for this shit. So that's the shit that makes me even madder. That they pay y'all for these stupid ass takes. What's the difference between Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and Jameis Winston? Deshaun don't throw interceptions. How about that? Let's start there. Deshaun don't throw interceptions. People say whatever the fuck they want about Deshaun. He don't throw interceptions. Right? The interceptions that Deshaun got accounted for were all bounces off receivers' hands. So he's not throwing the interceptions. He's not making the wrong reads. You see what I'm saying? Pro Football Focus said Jameis Winston had 4.24 seconds to throw the ball on average every pass play. That was the most any quarterback in the league has had to throw the ball since 2018. You don't think that's a difference? That would have made a difference for Deshaun Watson to have 4 complete seconds to look for a receiver? You don't think that plays a part? Like, y'all say shit just to say shit to push stupid ass narratives. Y'all sound like some of these clueless ass Browns fans that be talking. What the fuck they talking about? It was a whole lot of shit different. Now, I'll give you credit when you say the team played a little different. They had a little more energy. But did you mention the fact that Jim Donovan died the day before? Did you mention that? No, you didn't. So, for all those who don't know, Jim Donovan is one of our most beloved sports commentators, play-by-play guys. He covered the Browns for over 40 years. He was one of the most positive things about a local sports media who, if you ask me, ain't shit. Cleveland's local sports media ain't worth shit. It's very few people who's worth listening to. Nathan Segura, Garrett Bush. You know, it's very few guys that are worth listening to. John Tellich sometimes. Tellich worth listening to sometimes. Okay? The rest of these people, let me shout out Mary Kay. Mary Kay actually has done a lot better job in the last year than she did the previous years. I don't know what made her change her tone, but I appreciate it. All right? So the Browns played different. Well, they really didn't play different, right? They left some plays on the field. The Ravens defense dropped 3 or 4 interceptions, right? The Browns defense dropped a couple interceptions, but like the Ravens defense dropped crucial interceptions. Game ending, drive ending, momentum stopping shit. So it wasn't like Jameis just went out there and played perfect. If everything goes the way it goes, Jameis throws 4 interceptions. He might even get a chance to throw 2 more touchdowns. We're having a totally different conversation. So don't spread this false ass narrative of the team just played. No, the Browns caught some lucky breaks. And I love my Browns. We don't call them spade. They caught some lucky breaks. The offense looked more fluent because Kevin Stefanski's offense suits a gunslinger. Deshaun Watson has been called a lot of things, but he's never been called a gunslinger. He's not a guy who just throws passes with reckless abandon. That's not him. Excuse me. Had to drink some water. For the lack of a better description term, Deshaun Watson is meticulous. He is going to execute you to death, per se. Him and Amari Cooper didn't work because Amari Cooper is a freelance receiver. Amari Cooper is not a guy that you give routes to every play. You give him options. If this guy over here is checking you and you can beat him, you take advantage of him the best way you know how. Outside of that, you run this route. He's not a guy you just be like, oh, go run this route. Go run that route. That's for Jerry Jeudy. But a receiver like Amari Cooper just doesn't fit with Deshaun because Amari Cooper want to do what he want to do. There's nothing wrong with that when you're producing. But you also led the league in drops. So you're not producing. You went over to Buffalo. In your first game, you had 4 catches, 4 out of 5 targets for 56 yards and a touchdown. And last game, you had 1 catch. You dropped 5 passes. So how much is that on Deshaun? Everybody's looking for a scapegoat, and they want Deshaun to be their scapegoat. But in all actuality, let's be very clear. The only thing positive Deshaun that got since he came to Cleveland was the fucking money. It's millions of fans who talk shit about this man all the time, and this man was literally acquitted of every charge. You had multiple judges from different states tell you this man did no crime. Every sexual encounter he had was consensual. They worded it up to the point where they said they just couldn't say prostitution. He was paying for hookers at massage parlors. And y'all act like he done committed some crime. Some of y'all uncles be abusing you. Shut up, Vaughn. My fault. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at InDaStreetzSportz or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live recordings, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the InDaStreetzSportz channel. Subscribe, like, share, follow. Once you get in there, you'll see Game Changer Sports Talk with yours truly. Do the same. Hit us up on the website, InDaStreetzSportz.com. You get the latest articles, feedback, things like that, right? If you got a team or athlete or even just, a topic that you want highlighted, that you want us to discuss, feel free to email us, InDaStreetzSportz@gmail.com or DeeTrynt@gmail.com. You can hit us up on all the social media sites, inboxes, let us know how you feel, give us your feedback. We listen to that, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take it in stride and we're going to improve it as best as we can. We're talking a dominant weekend, winners weekend for the Cleveland, Ohio sports. As I say, the Cavs won all weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, and Monday. O-State won on Saturday. The Browns won on Sunday, right? We were just talking about the Browns, and I'm just, I have to catch myself. I'm a little passionate. Got to catch myself. So my apologies, right? But at the same token, I don't like the unnecessary negativity from our fan base. The fan base always trying to tell a regime what they need to do to win. And this fan base has never experienced winning at the highest level. You cannot tell somebody how to do their job and you've never even seen it done from your perspective. You've never seen it done. You've never seen the Brown team dominate the division, dominate the conference, win a conference championship, and go to a Super Bowl. You've never seen it. 99% of us have never seen it. So you're asking this regime to live up to a standard that doesn't even exist here. You got to live in reality. The only standard this regime got to live up to is a standard they set, because ever since this team came back as an expansion team, which people conveniently leave out, these are the expansion Browns. Ain't no regime done it better. No regime has drafted better. Oh, they don't draft that well. No regime has drafted better than this regime. No regime has managed the books as well as this regime. No regime has brought in as many star players to play for this team willingly as this regime. And then somebody will oh, that's low-hanging fruit. Well, you got to start somewhere. You need a starting point. For somebody who doesn't have anything, you can't cry about what your starting point is. Be glad you're getting one and work from there. These local media proponents, a lot of these fans, all they point out is the negative shit, negative shit, negative shit. Oh, it ain't that, or it ain't this. Oh, Rodgers did this over here. Oh, he did that over there. Well, guess what? They're over there. They're not here. There are a lot of different things that contribute to why Cleveland can't attract star players, right? And believe it or not, the way the fans and the local media treats the players is a big part of that. Who the fuck wants to accept a contract for $80 million, $100 million, $150 million and deal with a fan base they want to talk shit all day because they drunk and emotional? Nobody wants to hear that shit. You either are part of the solution or part of the problem. And a lot of y'all don't want to admit that you're part of the problem. You talk too much. You open your mouth too much on things you have no clue about. Shut up sometimes. Do us all a favor. Enjoy the game and shut the fuck up. That's my opinion, right? Next week, Browns play the Chargers. If the Browns win, they'll be 3-6 going into the bye week, still with 8 games left. And you never know. They could turn the season around. I've seen many teams go on an 8-0, 9-0 game run and end up changing their luck.
I told you how I feel about it, bro. Win the division, smack out. Win the division, man.
That's it.
We lost
they
one
win the division, they got in the playoff spot.
We lost one already, but try to win the division. At least win 8. If they can win 8, including division, listen, man.
So do you seriously think the Browns gonna win 8 games? No, I'm asking. No. Do you think they go win 8 games?
Yes. I bet on it too. And I bet on them to make the playoffs.
Oh man. You need to play something to get your money back.
No, I ain't gonna play a damn thing. Because we eating W's. You know what I'm saying? Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. You feel me? Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard.
Unwavering faith, man. Unwavering faith.
Hey man, I got unwavering faith too, but I'm also realistic, and I'm doubling down on the last episode, bro. It benefits the Browns to be a shitty team this year, long term.
Hey,
it's okay.
I've been seeing, man. I know Deion to try to put some blocking on it, but man, Shador looking like he might be in New Jersey.
Oh my God, man. I don't want the Browns to draft no quarterbacks because they're not good at it. No, listen. The Browns have never been good at drafting quarterbacks.
New Jersey. Nothing about the Browns.
New Jersey. Oh, no. When you said New Jersey, I'm thinking a New Jersey, not the city of New Jersey. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking, nah, man. He ain't.
About the Jets.
If he goes to the Jets, bro, I'm praying for him. I'm just going to pray for him.
I think Deion will be like, hey, he can't stop shit, but shit, shit do get stopped.
Who can't stop shit?
Manny's did it. Didn't the Manny's do it?
Yeah. Hell yeah, Deion can stop that. What did you talk about?
Yeah, the Manny's did it. Shit.
Hell yeah, Deion going to say, my boy not playing with y'all. And guess what? He not going to play for their ass. I promise you that. No, for real. So, but yeah, though, no, man. I'm gonna be very real with y'all. I don't want the Browns to win shit this year. I don't want to win a goddamn thing. No, okay, let me rephrase this. I would be totally okay with the Browns going 4-13 this year. I'd be okay with it. I'd be totally fucking okay. If they went 5-12, I'd be fucking okay with it. If they went 6-11, I'd be fucking okay with it. You know why?
Hey, same here though. I'm satisfied with it is this season right now. It is what it is. But I'm rocking.
I feel you. If they magically do it.
Right now, it is what it is. No expectations. Just it is what it is.
Man, I would develop DTR, bruh.
Hey,
I would
listen,
develop DTR and motherfucking.
You already know how I feel about DTR and Tillman. You know them my dogs. I already know how I feel about them. So I love to see DTR get that PT, but that ain't gonna happen unless Jameis go down or something right now.
Who DTR?
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's not. Listen. Jameis gonna be Jameis. No, I got you. Hold on, wait. Jameis is going to be Jameis, bro. Okay? Make no mistake about this. If it isn't the game next week or the game right after the bye, Jameis is going to be Jameis, which means
he gonna throw some interceptions, honey.
What? That nigga gonna have a 4 or 5 interception game. Yes, he is. And guess what? All this old is gonna go out the window. And don't get me wrong, I like Jameis, but I have no issue against him. Right. But you are who you are.
I don't care about the intersections because it's just making the season fun right now because he launching that mother. He coming out launching it. You know what I'm saying? With no fear, he just letting that motherfucker go.
So that to me, Tribe, Streets is right. If they go 6-11, need to shit Candy Podesta and all these analytic guys. Well, D Podesta, yes.
Yeah, D Podesta got to go.
Yeah, D Podesta got to go. They need
to stop with the get rid of Andrew Berry, bro. Andrew Berry about 30 years old.
Bruh. Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski just got contract extensions. D Podesta did not.
That guy is gonna be the wizard, man. That man is like 30 years old.
How I feel about it is D Podesta. So let me tell you all my lineup. This is what I said. The Browns need to go ahead and be trash this year. Get a top 10 pick. Get a couple game changers in the first couple rounds. Matter of fact, if I was them, I'd trade my whole 3rd round to get back in the 2nd. I'd trade all my 3rd, 4th, and 5th round picks to get back in the first 2 rounds of this draft. Right? If I was the Browns and I only came out with 5 draft picks in the whole draft, they all got to be in the 1st and 2nd round. Period. Right? You don't need no more late round picks. You got a team full of late round picks. You don't need that. You need game changers on this team. You need game changers to go with the game changers you have because your game changers that you have are now getting old. So you need to retool. Okay? Watson isn't going anywhere. People need to accept that. He isn't going anywhere. And when he come back next year, he going to be angry. Which means we might get the best version of Tom Watson that we've ever seen. Which nobody's never even seen what that looks like. Right? Jameis is definitely going to make it fun. He going to sling it. He going to throw it. He going to show DTR what he should do. But at some point, James is going to have a 4 interception or 5 interception game. And everybody's going to turn on him. The only person that the Browns fans won't turn on right now is DTR. And that's because they know he has no business even being in there. But as long as he makes the plays, make it exciting, nobody's going to trip. So, right now, so let me tell you what my suggestion. I drifted. Replace D Podesta with Louis Riddick. Keep the same format you got. Just replace D Podesta with a true football mind. Bring in Louis Riddick. Let him run that position. All right? When it comes to the offensive staff, right? Chad O'Shea has to go. Whoever this passing game coordinator, he fucking got to go. All right? Bring in Peyton Manning. Let Peyton Manning be the quarterback's coach. right? So now you're getting the more respect and some more cachet in here. I know what people gonna say. Oh, if Manning here, he should be the coach. No, the fuck Manning shouldn't, because Manning can't fucking coach. You don't know if he could be a head coach, but he could come here and be a quarterback's coach and help Deshaun and become the best versions of themselves, right? All while showing, Ken Dorsey and Kevin Stefanski, how to manipulate the game from a Hall of Fame quarterback's perspective, right? You don't even need Chad O'Shea at that point. He can just replace him. We can get an honest opinion on the Bears, Matthew Cortez. Give me 1 second. Give me a few moments. I will chime in on the Bears without a problem.
Just before you, while you was talking about the draft, this is what we got right now. We got our own 1st, 4th, and 6th. We got Buffalo 3rd round. We got Chicago's 6th round and Minnesota's 6th round.
Why we don't have a 2nd round pick?
It say, hold on, our 1 through 4.
Okay, 1 through 4. 1 through 4. Okay, 1 through 4. Okay, 1 through 4. Okay, that's what I thought so. And we should have 2 more 3rd round picks and 2 more 6th round picks. So, in my opinion, yeah, bro. If it was me, listen, all them 6th round picks, all them 5th round picks, all them 4th round picks, I'm trading all of them to move back up into the first 3 rounds. I want every player that I acquire in this draft is in the top 100. I don't want no player that's not in the top 100. Flat out.
I personally think some moves is coming before the deadline.
Who do you think are the moves? Come on, put
Somebody
it out there.
in the defense, probably.
Nah, give me some names. Fuck all that. Give me some names.
You know it ain't Big Dog. You know it ain't Big Miles, but shit.
Miles, yeah, he can't get traded.
Miles ain't going nowhere, but I don't know. They might do something with Zadarius or somebody.
I don't know if they're gonna do something with Zadarius because Zadarius got 2 years left on his deal. He got this year and next year.
Yeah, somebody give us a first or something. I don't know.
If somebody offer us a first or a second for Zadarius, he packing his fucking bags on the spot. You offer me a 1st round pick for Zadarius, his ass is on the first thing smoking. You hear me? I will not trade Greg Newsome.
Not my dog, man. He getting.
I will not trade him. All right. I would trade Wyatt Teller. I'd ship his ass the fuck out of here. You're going to hate me, Browns fans, but I'd trade Joe Batonio ass too. Get him the fuck out of here. Both of them niggas will go. Zach Zinter will start and Jed Wills will play left guard. That's what will happen. If it's me, that's what's happening. Yeah, Jed Wills playing guard. Yeah, he is. Bitch, get down there in the trenches and act like you want to work. And if he don't work, guess what? Hey, to be honest, if a nigga offered me a 3rd round pick for Jed Wills right now, his ass on the first thing smoking too. Fuck out of here. He up out of here. Okay? Who else will get traded?
What time you got, bro?
I got 11, 12. All right. Yeah, we have 58 minutes. Okay. So, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports, streaming on multiple media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on IG at Industry Sports or at DeeTrynt. If you missed the live recordings, you can catch replays on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and various other streaming platforms. Just look for the Industry Sports channel. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Once you get in there, you see Game Changer Sports Talk with DeeTrynt. Make sure you do the same.
I hear talking about the trade deadline. That's to go trade your
And hey, guess what? I don't give a fuck because I trade him too. Hey, guess what? You can offer me a bag of socks and I'll trade D Podesta ass. Get the fuck out of here. A bag of socks. They ain't even got to be Fruit of the Loom. You hear me? They ain't even, bro. They could be dollar store socks. You give me a 30-pack, D Podesta up out of here on the first thing smoking. You hear me? I'm dead serious, bruh. Don't get me wrong. What D Podesta did in his tenure was help fix the books. He helped do a lot of positive things for the Browns. But your time has ended. This Moneyball shit, we don't need Moneyball right now. I correlate this to the Cavs. JB got us so far, and we appreciate you, bro. But you were not about to get us over the hump. And guess what? D Podesta not about to get us over the hump. Get his ass out of there. You need real football minds in here who know how to build a real football culture, who has won at the highest levels. You need those guys in here. Kevin Stefanski has never won at the highest level. Ken Dorsey has never won at the highest level. Jim Schwartz did, but he's on the defense, right? Who else on it? Chad O'Shea has never won at the highest level. The offensive coordinator has never won at the highest level. Bubba Ventrone has never won at the highest level. You got a bunch of dudes who never won at the highest level, and you want them to teach your team how to win at the highest level. It's asinine. It doesn't make sense, all right? But let me get to the comment. Matt, I ain't forgot about you, bro. He asked me about the Bears, all right? Let's talk about the Bears. I was not a fan of the way they did Justin Fields, okay? I feel like they did everything they could to not give him everything he needed to succeed. But that's another conversation. However, they did right by Caleb Williams. They did so right by him. You got DJ Moore. You drafted Aduzier. You brought over DeAndre Swift. You got over Keenan Allen. You still had Cole Kmet. Okay? And you got Jared Everett. Yeah, so Matt say, me neither. Justin Fields got done dirty. Okay, I appreciate the fact that we're on the same page with that, all right? So, but they did Caleb right? They revamped the offense. They got guys on defense that's gonna help. You know, Tremaine Edmonds, the TJ Edwards. You know, they got Kevin Byard over there. You know, they traded for Montez Sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've done really right. They even got Jalen Johnson over there. I didn't even know that. They've done really right. So I feel like the Bears, you know, they're in a good position, bro. Like, the Bears could make some noise. Like, they could really be one of those spoiler teams in the NFC. I mean, you know, right now, when it comes to the NFC standings, right? Let's get into the standings, right? Washington 6-2, and they just had to beat the Bears on the nail biter. Philly's 5-2. Detroit 6-1. You got that part, right? We're gonna burn in a second. Philly 6-1. Philly 5-2. Detroit 6-1. Green Bay 6-2. Atlanta 5-3. Tampa Bay 4-4. All right. So the Bears at 3-4 are at 4-3 are in a great position to make a run. If they go on a 5-game winning streak right now, they're competing for one of the top spots in the NFC. The North got too many dogs for us to be mediocre successful. Well, in all fairness, right? This division has lightweight been an overall bottom tier for a minute. So to see it all come around, I'm actually happy for it. Listen, I've been watching Detroit since Barry Sanders. I've been watching Green Bay since Sterling Sharp. I've been watching Minnesota since Herschel Walker type shit. You hear me? I've been watching Chicago since the 85 Bears. Mike Singletary has always been one of my favorite linebackers in the world. Okay? I was a super Walter Payton fan. I love running back. That is, running back and middle linebacker are my favorite two positions on the whole field. Those two. So the North is in a good place. And don't get me wrong, man. Stay positive about your team, bro. The Bears have gave their fans so many reasons to not believe in them over the years, bro. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. They figuring out how to get it right. They got a young team, and they can only get better. Man, stay positive about your team, bro. I don't think, as a Bears fan, you have nothing to be ashamed of about your team. They did some shit before that you can question, and you know, I don't know why y'all did that, but in this from this off season and point forward, I think you got a lot to be positive about, and I think y'all should stay positive. You're welcome, my brother. It's not a problem, man. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk. You know how this go. I'm gonna give you the real, raw, and uncut, how I feel, my honest opinion. This is what I think, If I'm wrong, I have no problems with coming back and telling y'all, hey, I thought this and I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shannon and Ocho. I don't want y'all to feel like, you know, I don't got no respect for y'all and how y'all did at y'all, you know, at y'all professions and what y'all do, y'all resume and the accolades that you've earned over your time. Not saying none of that, but sometimes y'all say stupid shit and shit that don't make sense. And sometimes, hey, guess what? Everybody's wrong sometimes. You know, I would say to Shannon, for all that aggression that you have when you talk negatively about Watson, I didn't hear none of that shit when Skip was talking crazy to your ass on Undisputed. So don't bring that crazy ass energy to your own people, and you ain't want to check that little motherfucker when he was in your face. Now you might have checked him behind the scenes. I don't know that. And I'm not saying you didn't do it. But don't come out here with that shit and you didn't handle that motherfucker on camera. I don't want to hear that shit. All right? Appreciate y'all coming in. Have a great day. We fuck around and come back and do this later on. Talk a little more sports. I got to get back to work now. I done took my love, but I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all be easy. Stay good.